All right, and I'm going to share my screen. I have a little PowerPoint presentation, which is helpful when I'm doing this, so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Okay, so when I first heard, my name's Andrea Dowie. I have been utilizing essential oils for about 6 years, actually sharing oils with other people for about 5. This is my passion, you guys. I love what I do. I love how many people's lives have changed from this. And I never thought, I thought I knew a lot about oils. And then I went to this training called Symphony of the Cells. I actually went to Denver last year, right around this time, actually, with a couple other essential oil friends to go learn for a day from Boyd Truman, who came up with the Symphony of the Cells training. And I was actually supposed to go to Dallas prior to that, but I didn't end up going because I was like, I just don't need another training. Well, when my people came back from that training, Kim, I think, was one of them, they're like, the one thing they said that got me was this protocol only takes 7 minutes to do. Who has 7 minutes in their day, right? We all do, right? And if we can start utilizing this protocols on ourselves and our families, we're just going to have a better quality of life. I actually have my chiropractor friend, Cindy, who's on my team. She'll actually text me and be like, hey, can I stop by real quick? Can we do Symphony of the Cells on each other? And we do that a few times a week. And I have kids who can do it too. I do it on them all the time. They don't necessarily like to do it on me, so I got to find somebody outside. So this is also something that you can do on yourself. But the biggest thing is because it didn't take very much time, and it is extremely powerful. And we're going to talk a little bit about that today, okay? All right, so welcome to this class. Now, the power of oils. This picture is of me in 2014. My fireplace blew up in my face. And I had 1st, 2nd, and 3rd degree burns all over my face. And after it first happened, I put lavender on and I had no pain. And then in 7 days, I had used a little tincture with some of the different oils, frankincense and lavender and tea tree oil. Within 7 days, I completely healed with no scars. I didn't blister. That is just unheard of. And that was the push for me to show me the power in what I had in my hands. And what we're going to show you today is another powerful way to utilize these oils on yourself and your family members that can help with things that come up on a day-to-day basis, things that you've been dealing with for a really long time, really pretty much anything and everything. Okay, so first let's talk about foundational wellness support. Okay, this is our doTERRA wellness pyramid. And what's at the basis there? Eating right. Okay, I know we're stuck inside. We might have to eat some processed food and things like that, which is why we have oils. And we're going to talk a little bit about other ways we can support our body system through this. Getting some exercise, trying to get out for a walk every day, rest and managing stress, reducing toxic load, informed self-care, and proactive medical care. We're here to talk about these bottom 5. And going through and showing you the different easy ways that we can just add some things into our life, our daily life, in order to help us to get healthy, stay healthy, be healthy. Not only physically, but emotionally as well. So, all right, so let's first talk a little bit about our Lifelong Vitality Pack. This comes under that food portion, the eat right portion. The Lifelong Vitality Pack is a 3-pack of vitamins that includes a cellular repairing blend, our omegas 3, 6, and 9, which is for your brain, your heart, and your gut, and your Mycoplex VMZ, which is your vitamin mineral. That's the whole food complex. So that has whole foods in it, so our cells aren't hangry. There is such a thing as hangry, right? Has anybody ever felt that? Right? Our cells are not getting the nutrition that they need. Supplementation is extremely important because an apple today is not the same as an apple from the 1950s. And you can see on this slide here all the different areas that these vitamins can help. And I'll just tell you what happened to me. I slept better. I now wake up at 7 in the morning without an alarm clock. I'm usually up till 11, 12 o'clock at night. I feel great all day long. I don't feel like I need to nap. I have energy. And the biggest difference is my mood has evened out. I don't have a lot of highs, and lows anymore, which is just amazing for me, for someone who dealt a lot with that. So nutrition is that foundation, and this is part of it. This is also amazing for gut health, a great support for that too. I'm not going to get into a lot of details. You can go and learn more. I just want to touch on some of these for you. Next is happy gut is wellness. So there should be that sign in our house. Have you ever seen that one? If mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy? Well, that is what your gut is to the rest of your body. If your gut ain't happy, the rest of your body ain't happy. And so it's important that we support our gut on a day-to-day basis by utilizing probiotics, which doTERRA has something called PV Assist. It's a prebiotic and a probiotic. So it actually bypasses the stomach and gets into the lower intestines. It's time released. And most probiotics don't get past the stomach. So only about 10% gets into the lower intestines, where ours is all of it gets into the lower intestines and doesn't get eaten away because of that double encapsulation. The next part of that digestive health is digestive enzymes. As we age, our digestive enzymes deteriorate, we don't have as many. And so what our body starts to do is steal enzymes from your kidneys, from your liver, from all different parts of the body, which is why we need to supplement with enzymes. I do an experiment with Terrazyme where I'll cook oatmeal and I'll split it into 2 bowls. What happens if you leave oatmeal out for a long time? Go ahead and unmute yourself and answer if you know. Go ahead, Jamie.
It gets hard as a rock.
It gets hard as a rock, right? If you open a Terrazyme in the other one, what happens after 20 minutes, it continues to liquefy because it's breaking those enzymes are breaking that food down. It does the same thing in our body so that we can absorb those nutrients better. So anyone who has any sort of digestive issues, I'm like, you need to start with these 2 things with Lifelong Vitality right away and get onto that path of healing that gut, okay? All right, so some of the benefits of essential oils are they're safe. So doTERRA's oils are safe for our bodies. There's very minimal side effects because our bodies actually recognize them. They're plant-based. They come from the stems, the seeds, the resin, all different parts of plants. And again, our body recognizes that. They're effective. They work at a cellular level. Our cells, again, understand what they are. So if they need to allow them to enter the cell, they can. If they need to be on the outside of the cell, they can be there. If they need to be in our bloodstream, they just know what to do, you guys. It's kind of crazy. My daughter had an eye infection, and you don't want to put these in your eyes, up your nose, or in your ears, right? So I put it on the lymph node in her neck, and literally within a couple hours, the infection had gone away. It was miraculous. I'm like, how do they know? They just do. It was given to us in order to be able to help to heal us. So essential oils are extremely beneficial and our body does recognize them. But there are different grades of essential oils and we want to be careful what we're utilizing. So I only trust doTERRA because there's synthetic essential oils out there. You see them in the grocery store, but they say 100% pure. They might not even have 1 drop of essential oil in there. There's been a test that was done actually on one from Best Buy and it said pure lavender and there wasn't any lavender in there. And so you want to be with a company that you trust. There's food grade. Those are kind of the flavorings in different foods. There's therapeutic. That's what you might find in a spa, but none of them compare to doTERRA because we have a standard that we created as a company because there is no oversight over the essential oil industry. It's certified pure therapeutic grade. And what that is that they do testing on every single batch of essential oil, actually up to 14 tests per batch. If it does not pass, they will not sell it to us. They also source from the indigenous place the plant is grown. So if the plant is grown in Italy, that is where we are going to source that from because it's going to have the most efficacy, which means most active ingredients, and it's going to be the best quality. It's in the right soil, in the right sun, in the right rain amount, all of that, which makes it the best quality plant, which is why we call our essential oils medicinal grade, okay? They are medicinal grade essential oils. They can work that way within our body, which is pretty amazing. So those are the different types of essential oils, and we want to be careful that we're utilizing the most pure and most potent oils. For me, I love doTERRA because I don't have to think about it. I know anything that I order from them is going to be pure and safe and effective. Jamie, you can go ahead and get Bobby now. And so that is what was important. As a busy mom, I have 4 kids, 14-year-old, 12-year-old, 14, 12, 10, and 7-year-old. And that was important for me. Being busy is to like know that I can trust where I get them from, okay? And then there's different application methods. We can diffuse them. So as we were talking about earlier, like I have my diffuser going in my office. It's something that you add water to and you might add 4 to 6 drops. This one will go up to 10 hours. And breaking those oils down, there's 1 million trillion particles in 1 drop of essential oil. Did you hear that? 1,000,000 trillion particles, which is why a high quality diffuser is so important for that, because it's breaking it down into its smallest form and it's not wasting any of the oil, okay? The second application is internal. So I use my doTERRA stainless steel water bottle, and I will put citrus oils in here, or sometimes peppermint or spearmint, different oils like that, because they help internally to break down toxins. They can help with stomach upset. You can also get veggie caps where you can actually make your own, put your oils in there and take them internally that way. And the third way that we can utilize essential oils is topically. And so I have Jamie, who's going to be doing one of them on her son. So you guys get the idea of how to do the symphony of the cells on your family. So I'm going to stop share for the moment. And I'm going to be walking through while Jamie's doing this, and spotlight video. Okay, so does everybody just see Jamie with her son? Can you just raise your hand and say, yep, you just see her? Okay, and you can hear me and you can probably hear her too, okay? So there's many different protocols, and we're going to talk about some of the different protocols that the Symphony of the Cells has. The one protocol that we're going to do for Bobby is the basic protocol. This is a protocol that I've used on my kids. My husband, he was really sick one day. The day before I was leaving to go to this training, he was so sick, and he's not one who goes down ever. But when he's sick, he's like really, and I did this on him twice. The next day he woke up, he's like, I'm at 80% better. Like, that is how quickly and powerful this is, okay? And so when we're utilizing this, Jamie, you want to start with, we're going to start always with frankincense, okay? That's always the first oil. So frankincense, she's going to drop that along the shoulders of Bobby, okay? And so you just go about, 4 to 6 drops, and depending on how long their shoulders are. My husband is going to have a lot more drops than my kids are, right? And so she's just rubbing it in along the shoulders, and then you rub the excess off on the bottoms of the feet, okay? So you want to rub the excess off on the bottoms of the feet and have them smell it. That's right. And that when you have them smell. So frankincense is kind of a protector too, right? So it helps us to kind of protect. And the great thing about this is that the giver gains. So as you're giving this protocol, you're gaining from it as well. Okay, every single other protocol would have coconut oil at this point in time, but not the basic protocol. We're not going to be doing that with this one. So the next is tea tree oil. So she's going to take tea tree oil, and she's going to go from the base of the spine, and she's just going to drop it up. Yep, from the base of the spine. Yep, it goes from the bottom up. Yep.
I didn't do that. Okay.
So she's just going to drop the drops along the spine. And again, for a little one, it's probably gonna be about 4 drops. And then she's going to rub in a clockwise circular motion from the base of the spine up to the neck. And then go over the shoulders, down both sides of the back, and get it all spread out among that whole lymphatic area on the back. And then wipe the excess off on the bottoms of the feet. Okay, next oil she's gonna do is the massage blend, which is our aroma touch. Okay, she's gonna take the aroma touch and drop it just like she did the tea tree oil on the back from the base of the spine up to the neck, and rub it in a circular motion all around, across the shoulders, along both sides of the back. There you go, get it spread all over, and then the excess off on the bottoms of the feet.
I'm sorry, what oil was that?
That one was the aroma touch, which is our massage blend. And the last oil for the basic protocol is peppermint. So this one only does 4 different oils. We have protocols at 8 to 10 to 12 oils in this, and we'll talk a little bit more about what those are. So she's gonna take the peppermint from the base of the spine up to the back and just let it drop out of the bottle onto the back. She got about 4 drops there. She's gonna rub it in just like she did the other ones. And then rub the excess off on the bottoms of the feet.
Thank you, Bobby.
Thank you, Bobby. I appreciate you,
my
bud.
kids, yeah, you can get up if you want to. You can stay if you want. My kids do this on me all the time. Like, there's no reason why your kids can't do it on you.
Mine just
and then I will say, when Andrea came up and saw me last year, she ate something on her travels up here, and her gut was like in horrible condition. She was feeling terrible, like on the bed, like all like curled up. And we did the gut protocol on her, and she was able to like function and feel way better. It was amazing. And that was like pretty much immediate benefit. I mean, that's like digestion and stuff. So I've seen a ton of results with this. Bobby and Caroline had the flu a couple weeks ago, and I did the immune protocol, infectious disease protocol, I think, on Empower Yourself with Oils page. And it prevented Caroline from getting the nasty cough that Bobby had, helped him to get through it. And that's how we treated our kids with the flu. So I can firsthand tell you that this protocol is amazing. You want this in your life. You want to be doing this for your family. Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Amy, what's up?
Okay, so you said frankincense is undiluted, and that's the only one. And then the tea tree oil, the aroma touch, and the peppermint are diluted.
Nope.
1%. What's the dilution?
They're all not diluted. So I'll go through the process again here in a minute, but they are all not diluted on the back. And I'm going to go through frequently asked questions right now. So let me get through that. Let me cancel spotlight, and she's muted. Okay. Are we back to normal or no? Okay. Are you guys seeing my screen?
Yes.
Yeah, you did.
Okay. So next I want to talk a little bit about some frequently asked questions, which that was a great question, and I'll go through some of that. So number one, why is it called Symphony of the Cells? So all of your cells, your AK body systems, they receiving the oils one at a time, and any of the protocols makes or brings harmony when they're working like they're supposed to. Some oils are more powerful than others. And so by doing one at a time, that each individual oil gets that time to work in your body system, just like a good symphony, which is why he called it that. So Boyd Truman is a massage therapist, has over 26 years of practical knowledge, and has worked on over 20,000 people and has a ton of testimonials. And we're going to talk a little bit about those in a minute. So why not just put it all in a roller ball? Again, you might not get the results that you hope for, but I had a friend who was in the hospital, and I didn't want to bring all of the oils I needed. So I did just make her a roller ball, and we just kept doing it up and down her spine in order to help her. But again, layering those oils one after another gives each oil an opportunity to work before the next oil hits the back. So, and they build on one another as well. Okay. So where should I begin? That's another question I get often. Which protocol? Now, there's a couple different protocols that I usually recommend. Many times people have gut issues, and that can be the source of many other issues in our body. So or it could be the pent up emotion. So the digestive protocol or the forgiveness or emobic is a great place to begin, especially if you don't have any like glaring specific needs. So how many times can I do a protocol? So you can do a protocol 3 times back to back within a 48-hour period to help jumpstart or remove an issue quicker. Okay, I actually do it within 24 hours. I will do it as it's coming on, and then I will do it right before bed. And then the next morning I do it again, you guys, and that seems to knock it out very quickly for acute things that come up. Now, for those people who are dealing with something that they've had for a really long time, I would give it an adult time frame of at least 6 to 8 weeks. And you will want to do this 2 to 3 times a week during those 6 to 8 weeks, the actual protocols. Okay. Let's see here. And then also, along with not only doing the Symphony of the Cells protocol, is taking a couple of those oils that you can do internally and doing them internally on a daily basis as well to help with the healing. So how quickly can I see a difference? So every time that I've given this protocol, people have noticed almost an immediate difference within 10 to 15 minutes of getting up from the table. On younger people, it seems to be faster because they don't have the junk built up in their systems like, unfortunately, us older people have. So it might take a little bit longer for someone older to have a result, unlike a child. But also remembering with older people, sensitive skin, younger people, to definitely use much coconut oil on that back in order to dilute them down more, okay? And we talked a little bit about, should I take in oils internally? Absolutely. You can do the already made veggie caps that doTERRA has. They have copaiba, they have the digestive blend, they have turmeric. They have a bunch of ones that are already done, or you can do your own. And I say 2 to 3 times a day, taking those while you're trying to, work through things. Now, I do want to warn that there could be a healing crisis. And what is a healing crisis? It's a response from the body. It could be a rash. It could be something like diarrhea or maybe some flu-like symptoms that could be construed as negative. But if we think about how our body gets rid of toxins and other things that are in the body, they do need to be released somehow. And this is what we call a healing crisis. It's not a bad thing, and it may get worse before it gets better. So if you do by chance experience this, know that you can, number one, use other oils to help with symptoms. But number two, that maybe you want to just, maybe not use as many drops and maybe back off just a little bit. Don't completely stop. We want to get those things out. Okay. That's my recommendation. And that's how I've helped many, many people with that. So, and because essential oils they can get a response in the body in order to get rid of the negative things that are in there. Okay. So did that help answer some questions? I'm trying to see I don't see anybody's faces anymore. Something happened, but anyway. All right. So if you have a question, does anyone have one right now besides what I just went over?
So Andrea, for the children, you just put a layer of coconut oil down first so that it goes in diluted for the basic?
Well, I do not for the basic on my kids. If you're dealing with like babies and that, yes, absolutely. But my youngest is 7 and I've done just the straight oils on her back. Because in the book, it doesn't call for any carrier oil on that specific protocol. But you do what you feel is necessary. Like if you feel like, okay, yes, I want to dilute it, absolutely. It's not going to take away from that.
Okay.
Okay.
Could you give us some other, I'd really be interested in the one that Jamie was talking about when her children were sick. It's probably like the flume or something, those types of oils that she would go through for the infectious disease, I think she called it.
Yep, I'm going to be going through that one. That's actually one of the slides I'm going to be going through. So you'll be able to see that. I do highly recommend you get yourself the Symphony of the Cells book. It has all the protocols in there with all of the different oils. In the back of the book, it has, I don't have basil. What can I use in its place?
Right.
And it gives you other options as well, along with the history of Symphony of the Cells, exactly how to do it. It's only like $12. So it's not that expensive. So, but yes, we will be going through that so you can see. All right. So there are 18 different protocols, as you can see here. There's the basic protocol, which we just did, cardiovascular, cellular, C2, Neuro 2, digestive, emobic, which is your emotional limbic system, the forgiveness protocol, which I'm telling you, everybody needs that, hormone balance, infectious disease, inflammatory protocol, lymphatic, maxim, neurological, osteo, respiratory, sensory, and solar. Okay. So there's a lot of different protocols that are available for all different kinds of things. And when you get the book, on the side, it will say, okay, so the basic, it says the body systems that basic covers, the digestive system, the immune system, and the respiratory system. And then it gives the possible conditions that you would use this for. So it would be for anxiety, asthma, body aches, cold, congestion, croup, diarrhea, earaches, fever, flu, headache, immune system, pink eye, RSV, sore throat, stomach aches, stress, and vomiting. And that does that for each one of the protocols in the book. So this book is we're just kind of doing an overview here. I can't give you everything. Otherwise we'd be here all day, I promise. He does like a 9-hour training, which is amazing if you can get to it, by the way. It's worth it for anybody to go to. All right, so let's talk about why the spine, okay? The spine is because the spine and feet go to all the glands, all the organs, all the cells in all layers of the body. You guys, when I just heard this last year, I was like, why the heck have I not been doing this on the spine this whole time? I never did. That would be I would do it in my hands. I do it on the bottoms of my feet. People are like, well, where do I apply it? Oh, you can do it on your neck or your wrists. And I never thought about the spine. And then he started to describe why, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that makes so much sense, right? So that is why we apply it to the spine and why it's so powerful, because it can get to the rest of the body very, very quickly, okay? And plus, as Hippocrates said, look well to the spine for the cause of disease. And that's where we can go and help that too, right? All right, so let's talk a little bit about the inflammatory protocol, which can help alleviate aches and pains, which I think somebody did say they wanted that. Helps with headaches, migraines. I want to tell this story about this 5 weeks of the inflammatory protocol. This was a little boy. I know the picture's hard to see. I took it off of a screen. But he had scoliosis really bad. If you see like the turnout here, they did 5 weeks of the inflammatory protocol with some internally, and look at how his back had straightened out. Crazy, right? It's pretty amazing.
I don't know if your screen is being shared.
Yeah, we can't see it.
Oh, shoot. I thought you guys were looking at all this with me. Sorry.
We're looking at your pretty face.
Oh, and I can't see any of you. I'm looking at the slideshow. Oh wait, here, use slideshow. Did that work? Uh-oh. Oh no. Sorry, guys.
Is mine still pinned or something? Is that part of the issue? Like I see your video even though I'm talking, so your video is pinned, if that makes any sense.
Let's see here. I want to do that. Sorry, y'all. Let's see if I share my screen. Presenter view.
So while she's looking for that too, Amy, I put in the chat. Yes.
Yes, there it is.
I put in the chat that like sometimes I'll do the protocol, especially with peppermint. If I use too much peppermint, Caroline will complain that it's too tingly or it's bugging her. And so I'll put coconut oil all over her back and it takes care of it. Okay.
Yes. So do you see the picture here? Right on the side here, how far out his back went? This was after 5 weeks. It's gone in, straightened out quite a bit. People are like, how does it move bones? When you provide your body what it needs, it's amazing how our body responds and how our body starts to get back into where it needs to be. It's pretty amazing. So the inflammatory protocol, this is the old book that's up here, because I did a huge group last year training on this here locally. But the inflammatory protocol is frankincense, and you would do that on the shoulders. They would smell it, and then the excess on the bottoms of the feet, and then a carrier oil, which you would do down the spine, and then tea tree oil, wintergreen or birch, the massage blend, the aroma touch, lemongrass, Siberian fir, helichrysum, soothing blend, which is deep blue, and peppermint. And you would just do that on the spine and the feet for each one of those for the inflammatory protocol. And it shows you all the different things that it can be used for. I'm gonna just go over the body systems: skeletal, muscular, connective tissue, nervous system, the immune system, the cardio, and digestive. And actually when he does this, he goes through and tells you why every single one of those oils would be used for this. We don't have a lot of time, so I'm not gonna do that today, but you can look up each one of those oils and see like why that would be used. Like I'll just give you one. Like lemongrass is almost like an electricity connection. So whenever you have like a ligament tear or sprain, the lemongrass acts as a connector between that tissue to pull it back together. It's crazy, I know, but it works. Like anybody who has that, I'm like, put lemongrass on it. I promise you it'll be better. So that would be one of the oils and why it would be in this inflammatory protocol, okay? Next, digestive protocol, supportive digestion. So Jamie stole my thunder because I was going to tell that story. It's all good. It's okay, no worries. I'm glad you told it. For digestive relief, this is when I was up visiting last year and doing this training up in New Hampshire with Jamie and Sue. Sue drove in from Maine. And I had that major digestive issue. She did that. And the thing was, it was the day that I arrived, and I had been up since like 4 a.m. We went out that night and I didn't even yawn once. I had energy. I was like, Jamie, this is weird. Like I have all kinds of energy now from this, you know? So it's great for energy too, the digestive one, I guess. All right. Basic or infectious disease, boosting immunity and fighting infections. Okay, so the next picture I'm gonna show you is my friend's butt, okay? It's just kind of her, but here's the deal. She has been dealing with horrible infectious disease from a uniform that she has to wear. And she did the infectious disease 3 times over 12 days. And I want you to see the difference, the before and after from that. She had boils all over her body. And this is what happened from her utilizing the infectious disease protocol. Pretty amazing. Can you all see that? She let me share it. So
She just didn't put a barrier on.
it's not,
Before
trust
putting
me.
the uniform on.
No, it's bigger than that. Way bigger. I can't get into the details of it right now, but yeah, it did not, yeah. Anyway, so this was, and this is what happened, and this is what worked for her over 12 days. Barriers didn't work, and it's breathing it in. The toxins are just as bad. So when we think about it, we breathe things in. When you're using those nasty Kleenex products, you're absorbing them through your skin, you're breathing them in through your nose. We got to think about those things. Toxins that are around us, most people, the inside of their house are more toxic than outside. And so that was a big part of where those boils came from, because it was her body's response to getting the toxins out was these boils. And that infectious disease helped to like clean that out. So next is the digestive protocol. This one is great for the digestive system. It uses frankincense again, on the shoulders, smelling it on the feet. Then you put the carrier oil down, and then thyme, turmeric, aroma touch, bergamot, coriander, the digestive blend, geranium, and peppermint are the oils that we use for this. So digestive blend for internal, right? Peppermint, internal. You could do turmeric. You could do those three as the internal one when you're utilizing this. But this is for all kinds of digestive issues. So much, like we talked about earlier, comes from that digestive system, okay? And I would even talk about doing that probiotic and the Terrazyme and the Lifelong Vitality Pack. Everybody should be doing that every single day for their body, okay? All right. So neurological protocol. Maybe you have someone who has neurological issues. They need improved brain function. Maybe you have someone who's under terrible stress and anxiety. This is a great one to help with that. And this one is frankincense starting, carrier oil, thyme, clove, aroma touch, lemongrass, melissa or arbor vitae, turmeric, patchouli, bergamot, and peppermint. This helps with all different like ADHD and Guillain-Barré syndrome, insomnia, memory loss, all different kinds of things this helps with when it comes to the neurological protocol, anything neurological, all right? Next, we have the forgiveness protocol. So forgiveness is not something we do for others. We do it for ourselves to get well and move on. Many of us hold on to things. We might think that we've let things go, but there still could be some underlying things still in there. And so it's always good to not only take care of our physical body, but our emotional body as well. And being able to help us to feel better and to be able to move on, like it says, right? And forgiveness is for others, not for ourselves, not necessarily for that other person. So I want to tell a little story. So I was with his mom at the training, and before she had left, she had done the protocol on him a couple times. She switched up his nutrition. She was doing some work on his adrenals, but she did the forgiveness and the sensory protocols. And normally when she would go away and she would come back home, he would have like horrible fits. He would be non-connecting with her at all or any of that. He would never do what he did here. He had the idea, Dad, can we go out and do a welcome home sign to Mom? That would never be anything he would think of. It was always about himself, and that was it. And that's what he did. And it was after doing that protocol. She saw major changes in him from utilizing that. So that's how powerful that could be. So the forgiveness protocol is done a little bit different, okay? So you have the person sit up first. They're gonna take rose oil, roll it in their hands, and they're gonna rub it on their own heart, and they're gonna smell it. And then they're gonna take geranium oil, and they're gonna put a drop in their hand, and they're gonna rub it over their liver, and they're gonna smell it, okay? And then they're gonna lay down, and they're gonna do the frankincense on the shoulders and smell it in the feet. And then they're gonna do neroli, okay? Neroli is one that's in a roller as well. We're gonna roll it on our hand, and then we're gonna rub it on their spine. And then we're gonna do the carrier oil, the coconut oil on the spine. And then we're gonna do clove, and we're gonna not only put it on the spine, but we're also gonna have them smell it and put it on the bottoms of the feet. And you're gonna do that for the rest of these oils. Melissa, juniper berry, bergamot, and then the renewing blend, which is the forgive emotions blend. Okay. Pretty amazing. All right. Next, we have the C2 protocol, which is the cellular protocol. This is something that Boyd showed us when we were there. So this is a 55-year-old female with a chronic history of EBV, Lyme disease, and chronic fatigue syndrome. She sat down at the table. Do you see her heels? I know this is kind of hard to see, but they're like yellowish, her heels. So before the picture was taken, right before her third treatment, so this is her third treatment of the Symphony of the Cells. This after picture was taken right after the third treatment. Look at what happened to her heels. The yellow is gone. Isn't that crazy? So she had 3 treatments. This one was the before. On that third treatment, she still had the yellow on her feet. And then after that treatment, it cleared up. Pretty crazy. That's the C2 Cellular 2 protocol. We have one for helping to balance hormones. That's the one that that I muscle test, and that's what I've been muscle testing for is balancing out. My thyroid's been going crazy lately. So balancing hormones is one that I did. Okay. So it's pretty amazing and powerful what these protocols can do. Does everybody see how they can use this on a weekly basis to help themselves and their family? Everybody raise your hand. Yeah. Awesome. I mean, it is, Jamie, as she said, she has a recording of her doing it on her children in our oil group, in our private oil group. It also is, you can do it to yourself. Okay. And I'll kind of show you real quick. So all I do when I'm doing it myself is I will just get to where I can. I'll drop the oil up here. I'll drop it on my back, rub it in, and make sure my feet, and then rub the excess off on my feet. Okay.
Andrea, can you not screen share and show us that?
Oh yeah. Let me show it. Let me
Sorry.
stop screen sharing right now. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay. So when you're doing it, sorry, it was like, hey, when you're doing it on yourself, does everybody see me? Okay. What you're doing is you're rubbing it up onto the top of your back, the oil, putting a couple drops on your lower back and rubbing it as far up and around as you can on your body, and then rubbing the excess off on the bottoms of your feet and smelling it. And it's pretty, you could do it to yourself. So, and in this time of us wanting to have social distancing, now if there's somebody that you do have that you can invite over and you guys can share it with each other, I recommend that too. Okay. All right. So let me do one last screen share because I want to show you guys a kit that we can get as current customers, or if there's new on here, how do we get started with the oils? So you can enroll with the Healthy Habits Kit. It has, and this is called the Daily Habits Kit. If you're currently with doTERRA and you have a loyalty rewards program, you can order this as the Daily Habits Kit, and you save a huge amount of money by doing that. If you're not with doTERRA yet, get with the person who got you started and talk to them about this Healthy Habits Kit, because it comes with that lifelong vitality pack that I talked about. It has the probiotics, it has the digestive enzymes, and it starts you with 5 oils, including frankincense, lavender, On Guard, lemon, and Balance are the 5 different oils that it actually starts with. And you get the Deep Blue Rub, which, you guys, the Deep Blue Rub is like, you have to have it. I love it so much that I bought the big jug. Big one. So this is not right. It's not 158. It's actually more than that. I think it's 195 for it. This is an old slide that has that, so don't pay attention to the price. I think it's 195 for all of that, but it's still a huge savings. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to get off of the share, and I want to answer any questions that you all have. I'm going to run through. All right. If you haven't already, please post your name and your email address and maybe something that you did learn today so that I can do the drawing. So I'm giving away a $10 gift card for you to be able to purchase the book. It'll go towards the book. The book's like 12 bucks. So, all right, let's see here. Thank you, Danielle, for doing that. Jamie, and wanted to learn about emotions. Did I answer some of the things about immunity and emotions? Yes. Pain management, gut health. Do you have a question, Gwen? Or were you just waving? Oh, waving. Okay. Let's see here. Love LLV. Awesome. Anxiety, I think I went through a little bit of that. An allergy protocol. Yes. Allergies. Do you know what it is offhand, Jamie? I'm trying to think of the one for allergies. Oh, wait. So there's also this body systems booklet. It's just one little 2 pages, like $3, that you can go and look through. Allergies, I know one of them would be digestive, because most times your digestive system, well, not most times, 80% of your immune system is in your digestive system. So if your digestive system is out of whack, your body is spending so much time on taking care of what's inside that anything that comes at it from the outside elicits a response, which in turn is considered allergies. So if you take care of your gut, it's amazing how your allergies start to go away, including food, including maybe you get skin issues, irritations, maybe you get dandruff. A lot of that will go away when you do that gut protocol. So, so that would be the one for allergies that I would recommend. Let's see here. Learned why to use the spine. Awesome. Oh, glad you're on here, Sherry.
Yeah. So whoever said anxiety, the purpose protocol specifically mentions anxiety, self-doubt, stress, unmotivated, overwhelmed, OCD. So the purpose application, that's in the new book. And you guys, you can get these, where do we get them? Andrea?
So you can go to aromatools.com. I posted the link in the event. And aromatools.com has the book. It has this. You can also go to Symphony of the Cells. Let me think. What is his website? Because he sells it as well. But I don't have his website offhand right now.
He's True Wellness. TRU.
TRU.
Let me see. I just got something from them. So let me hold on. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Continue.
TrueWellness.com, Boyd Trumans. Oh, there it is. I see it. I got it, Sue. TRUWELLNESS.com or symphonyofthecells.com. And where you can look up also when he's doing live events. He's just had to cancel them, of course, because of what's going on right now. But if you can get to one of his live events, if it's anywhere within driving distance, I mean, I flew, got a hotel for the night. It was kind of fun to go hang out, but it was amazing at what you learn from Boyd, who has so much experience in doing this. I mean, I've had a ton of great experiences myself. Many people, I know Kim with her father-in-law and using it on many different people, Jamie. If anyone wants to share a personal experience in that, you absolutely can. Does anyone want to share?
I do.
Go ahead, Kim.
I'm on the Facebook page of Symphony of Cells currently right now, and they have all of the trainings online now. You can just take a class for $37 and take each protocol or different classes, or you can get free training if you go to if you sign up for their monthly Facebook page group. And he has an enormous amount of information and
knowledge. Yeah.
Things that you can download as well. So it's been very, very helpful.
How much is his Facebook page? Is it $5 a month? Is that what it is?
It's really reasonable for as much as you get. He just gave me the download for every protocol to hand out flyers. So, so it's been very, very wonderful.
Yeah.
Learning a lot.
Awesome. So that's an opportunity to learn more as well online during this time of being shut in. So, all right. Thank you.
I was going to say,
oh, go ahead.
Dan had, my husband couldn't sleep last night. He thought, oh no, I'm feeling a little nauseous. I have, I'm coughing, and he goes, I'm just nervous, because he's got all 200 employees still working at his company. And so he goes, I get this. I'm going to have to shut down the company. And so I gave him the ID protocol, infectious disease protocol this morning with respiratory. And he feels amazing. He's quarantining himself. He doesn't have it. I know he doesn't, because he hasn't been anywhere. But just the fear can do a lot to your mind. And just to even calm your fears, you can do some of these basic protocols for oils, frankincense, basic ones, just to help bring your immune system higher. So just a tidbit of,
Yes.
that's
Thank you for bringing that up, Kim, for sure. In this time of uncertainty, fear will bring down your immune system. So don't live in a place of fear. Utilize the tools that you have with your doTERRA oils and products. Keep a positive attitude and help yourself to stay healthy by doing these protocols that we talked about today. The basic protocol is a great one that helps with the stress in the immune system. You can do the immune one. So there's definitely options out there to be able to help you to stay healthy. So, all right. Does anyone have any questions? Did this help you to learn how to do the protocol and how simple it is? Yes? Awesome. Well, I'm excited to have you all on here. Jamie is doing a class on Thursday night, an online 101 class, Introduction to Oils. It's really fun the way that we're doing those. So if you want to join on, or if you have any friends that are wanting to learn more, you can totally invite them to that. We'll probably have a couple other things in between that time. And then Friday night, I'm doing essential oil bingo. It's my birthday, so come join me for my little birthday party that I'm going to have. And you have to RSVP if you want to have a card to play. But we will be doing that on Friday night and be having a ton of fun while we're shut in. So, all right, everyone. Well, thank you so much for joining me and for learning about this amazing protocol. My challenge to you is to go and do this either on yourself or someone in your family, because the giver gains as well, this week. Go do that. Go share the love. Yes, Danielle?
Where do we actually find the information for the 101 class that Jamie's doing?
She's going to be posting that in our customer group, our VIP customer group. Okay. It'll be the same Zoom number. It'll be this Zoom call number is what we're using for pretty much everything. So now that you've already been in, it should be easier to get back in to be able to come to the classes moving forward. So like I said, we'll be putting more in the calendar. We'll probably do another one in the evening this week, and maybe another one during the day. So if there's something particular you want to learn about, let me know. Let us know, and we'll get it taken care of. I did a little poll in our group as well, so that's what I'm trying to cover right now. All right, everyone. Well, have an amazing rest of your day, and we will see you all on the next call. Thanks. Bye.